and communicate. So in a situation where you're going through something tough in your life, understand the first thing you got to do is kind of get your bearings and aviate through that situation. Kind of figure out, what I have to do personally for myself to get myself right, okay? Because you can't really start to move forward until you come to grips with, hey, this is what I have to deal with. So the worst thing you can ever do is pretend something didn't happen, okay? You can't pretend that something did not happen. It happened, and you have to acknowledge that. And so the same thing a pilot does, they acknowledge, hey, we got a situation here, so we got to aviate. We got to do what we can or do what we have to do for this airplane. Then you navigate. And so they navigate to figure out that they need to go drop 10,000 feet. I don't know about 10,000, drop 1,000 feet, drop 1,000 feet, go up another 1,000 feet, whatever. So they navigate that airplane to make sure that they start to get it in the right direction to move away from turbulence, to move away from the storm. So the same thing in life. Once you have aviated, meaning you've gotten your bearings, acknowledge there is a situation going on, and don't try to ignore that there is something happening. Then you want to start to navigate, figure out what I need to do right now to start moving forward. And of course, come up with a systematic approach. Everybody's approach is going to be different. Everybody's approach is going to be different. I found in my life, not to really, you start to question different things, and that's effective to a certain point. But the key is as you asking yourself questions, as you're thinking and pondering on different things, you always still have to be moving forward through the situation. Because a lot of times people will sit down and they get bogged down in the situation, and that's when not only are they dealing with something, but now they got to deal with themselves because their whole personal life starts to collapse too. Mm-hmm. Because they start to just feel like, hey, why this, all this kind of stuff. And so making sure that you start to navigate through the situation, come up with an action plan of how to move forward, help the people around you that you're responsible for, maybe family members or whatever, help them to start move forward as well and move forward to a positive direction. Because understand this, it might be somebody else today, but it could be you tomorrow. Okay, you gotta move forward and get prepared for it. And people have this notion that just kind of it really upsets me is they blame God for different things, and it's not His fault. And God doesn't protect us from tragedies, but what He does is guide us through it. Okay, things are gonna happen. It's nothing that's gonna protect you or me from stuff. Whatever's gonna happen, it will happen, right? And so we're not protected from stuff, but we're guided through it. And so it's very important that we remember that different things can happen to us, and it's not God's fault. The devil is the person that's responsible for all the bad stuff on this planet.